show. I am Noah, and I am here with the delightful Eduardo, who will take us through the run of show.
Absolutely. Our lovely production team is going to put that up on screen for all of you. Whether you're at home or away from home, I'm hoping you have a delightful time with us tonight. That run of show is going to appear on your screen. So again, 5:40 p.m. Pacific. I mean, if you're here, you know it's at that time. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The show, 6 p.m. Pacific on weekdays. And the post show is right after on those Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So Taco Gamer, good evening, everyone. Very much so. But Noah, Silent Hill Ascension, what's it about?
So Silent Hill Ascension, as some of you may know, is a socially interactive streaming series where all of you collectively shape and experience the evolving story together. So you collaborate and compete with others to try to make the choices you want. So when each decision ends, that choice locks in as canon. It's forever there. That's the version of the show that everybody sees. And that's a canon story shaped by you every weekday. So let's throw to the setup scene we have today. That's when Astrid meets with Aurora for their final interview. And it didn't go exactly as planned. The identity of the Stilldalen Herald is revealed. So please show that production.
Where have you been, Mama?
It's hard to explain, Angel. I've got a friend who's working to find the person who hurt you. But that person won't like being found. So if that person should happen to come here, I want you to hide and don't come out, okay? Good boy.
Astrid, how are you?
Olivia, I need your help.
I'll be right there.
Are you sure you don't need me to explain it more?
Enough to know you were right to call me.
I see something.
Astrid! What in the world? Is everything all right?
Sorry about that. I'm Detective Hogan. You must be Orson's Barnavana agent.
Yes, nice to meet you. But why did you point your guns at me?
I'm so sorry for the scare. I wasn't expecting you.
This is the time we agreed to meet for your final interview.
Oh, could we... Is it possible to reschedule?
I'm afraid not. So there are some basic inventory questions I never asked in your intake. We can just knock those out now.
Okay. And you're sure it wouldn't be better to do this?
How old is Orson?
He's 5.
And how old was he when he started wandering off?
It was a few months ago. I don't remember exactly.
Any allergies or health problems?
Nothing before this shift in behavior. Aurora...
Sure. And when did you first realize what an awful mother you were?
Excuse me?
When did you realize you were a blight on everyone you claimed to love? Astrid, I'm afraid I'm not getting out of these meetings what I would have wanted, but maybe it would help if we could see each other as we really are. Oh, I see it now. In your eyes. That hate, that pain. That's what I've wanted. You shouldn't fight it, Astrid. To suffer is to thrive in the garden. Open yourself to eternity. The heralds will show you the truth.
Hello, welcome back. No neck is safe here in Silent Hill Ascension world, which is maybe why Eduardo keeps his neck nice and covered and safe. But actually, surprise, we are throwing right into the iconic scene of the week. So, because we have a lot, we're going to unpack all of it together in a bit. But that's when Barbara revealed herself to be the Herald of Hope's Junction. Please, production, pull that up.
But yeah, in the meantime, while that gets pulled up, Noah, like I saw like the audience essentially interacting, right? Like that scene between Rachel and Barbara is going to pop up, but like that scene with Astrid, Hagen, and Aurora, that was something else. So again, our production team is putting Pennsylvania up, but for now, we want to put kind of like, the iconic scene of the week being that scene where the video plays, where essentially Barbara and Rachel are having that conversation in the basement. But while we're painting that picture for you, Noah, what happened on Friday was definitely one of the key narrative moments in Silent Hill Ascension. It was definitely like I know we had the interview, with Eric's voice actor, and I know a lot of you in the audience did enjoy that. So
Ian Guerra, you mean?
Oh yeah, I know you had a delightful time with that.
It was very nice.
But that was an evening, though, from the story. That was definitely a show for the ages.
Oh, it sure was. And that's what we're really unpacking here today. But you know what? Maybe we can look at the story so far in Pennsylvania. Eduardo, can you walk us through what's been going on in Pennsylvania so far?
Yeah, of course. So here, right, this is where, as Eric weighs kind of abandoning Rachel, Krista grows concerns with Faith's worst teen behavior. You also have the fact that Rachel's explained to Astrid what she learned about the Heralds, which turned out the Heralds themselves taught both of them what's up. Because Barbara reveals herself as Hope's Junction's true Herald, and Rachel apprehends her. Now, big difference there in approach between Astrid and Rachel, right? Astrid, Hagen, with the guns, both ready, still get taken out like bam, bam, 2 syringes straight to the throat, we're done. On the other side, Barbara's like, you're going to have to do better than 1 punch. So Rachel gets her again.
So real talk now, real talk. Who would you feel safer with? Honestly, I think any person with 2 eyes, even with 1, would say Rachel.
Yeah.
Because she's
like if
she's going to suck them in the face. Yeah. But you know what, Astrid, like if somebody told me about my children, which I don't have, but I have my dogs. If somebody told me that I'm basically a shit mother and that I'm the blight of everything and anything in life, I would suck them. I would Rachel them right in their face, right in their smug British face. Or sorry, she's not British, I know, but like in my head, she's like British.
You see it's fair enough. You see them as like, yeah, it's a sophisticated villain, right? That's the impression of Barbara.
I know, that's why she's British. I know she's completely Norwegian, but they have really good accents there in Northern Europe, English accents.
Yeah, but I like a lot of the lines from those scenes. So some of the ones I've noted, right? What did you do to my daughter, Rachel, to Barbara? Just straight up like concerned mother. But like the Aurora lines to me were some of the best, right? Like, when did you realize you were a blight on everyone you claimed to love? That is one heck of a line right there.
Yeah, and some never realize, and that's trauma.
No.
Or even it's trauma. But I feel like, so we have Barbara down, we have Aurora knocked out, both Astrid and Haugen. In the beginning, by the way, I was worried. I was like, what the hell is that going into her neck? Are we killing Haugen? Like, what's happening? But no, it's just a serene. They're knocked out for now. And Lord knows, Lordy Lord, what is going to happen with them once now they are in the clutches. And she says that to suffer is to thrive in the garden. So, it's better than the grove of dead trees.
Oh, you prefer the garden to the grove of death? Yeah, that's fair. But the thing for me there as well that's important for the relationship side, right, is, when Aurora comes on the scene, it's Detective Haugen, but it's Olivia when they're together. That's an important little detail. But again, Aurora's lines, right, like just like straight up on Astrid, like, oh, what did you eat yesterday? When did you realize you were a horrible mother, by the way? Wait, what? No.
I don't know if that was warranted, but let's take a closer look at the story so far in Norway. If production could put that up on screen. Eduardo, do that thing you do.
I read the screen, right? So Astrid decides to let Haugen hypnotize Orson, but the session ends when Orson attacks. I actually have something to say about the children, something positive after this. But Britt meets with Nils and makes a decision regarding his painkillers. And then finally, that key moment we saw there when Astrid meets with Aurora for their final interview, the identity of Still Dallin's Herald is revealed. But Noah, something I saw in Pennsylvania and in Norway, we saw the children being horrible throughout the show. Ever since they've been back, actually they were not that great before, but ever since they've been back, they've been particularly horrible.
Well, difficult, specialer, more special.
Well, I mean, very special. The branded knife, the biting in the neck. I mean, not the best. Honestly, before the key moment arrived, they were really well behaved. Like Orson was reading his book. It was calm.
Yeah, he was minding his own business. They're not, these children, I don't know, whoever was here with me and Layla on Friday, we were talking about minding your P's, Q's, and your own business. The children used to mind their own business. With a little drawing. Faith actually always liked Foundation fairy tales, if you recall, even before she got specialer.
Specialer, yeah, that's the right term. Specialer,
But Orson really was hella mellow. He was mellow as a chill fellow.
Yeah, all Orson wants to do is nourish and feed up. But there, reading the book, Faith was drawing. Eric, right, the parents, was like, right. Look, she's my daughter. And Crystal's like, yeah, she may not be soon. Like, wait, what? That's the thing. When we looked at Eric considering Krista potentially, with that kind of ongoing decision, right? The one that will close tomorrow.
So we have to decide basically if he's going to elope, if Eric is going to grab his daughter, Faith, weird as she is, specialer as she may be, and, get the heck out of there with Krista, start a new life. And Krista claims that she can do better, and Rachel, he's like, I love it. It was almost like, he's so sweet and naive. Sometimes it's like, and what about Rachel? And what about Rachel? And then she's like, Rachel can't come. She's like blighted. She's like the whole, she can't come. But it was so innocent of him. Like, on what planet did he think that Krista would say, yes, Rachel will come with us?
Yeah, no, that's not happening, right? No chance. I mean, come on. But who's actually helping the situation here is Faith. She's like, look, you want to play mommy? No problem. I got the knife right here. Let's go. Let's see what you're made of. Yeah. Faith doesn't really buy into, I think, Krista's thing. She's like, no, you're not doing everything you need to do here. This is not an equal, it's not the same level of relationship. While Faith doesn't seem to, there were a lot of scenes where she wasn't close to her mother. She still seems to somehow respect her.
Right. They do have that respect, it seems. Even though, she might be, extra special or sometimes and really scare the living soul out of her mother, doing some weird like foundation-y stuff, drawing that those nice paintings she does, I see Squonk Muffin here says, I'll tell everyone you kidnapped Faith, not if you put handy jam in her mouth.
Yeah, Faith seems to like the jam, right, Noah? And I mean, to be fair, Barbara also like, different type of jam, a little more bloody, a little same color, same principle, right? Rachel, like, very happy to put jam in anybody's mouth as needed.
Right, and I personally love jamming, so pump up the jam, pump it up.
Oh yeah, actually, funny story. I did hear that. Like, I actually heard that while I was at a cafe on Thursday, which was really funny. There's also a pretty, I think that watch the show also where it's like a recurring joke, so it was good. Anyways, that was an apartheid. But, gotta keep it like a little bit light because honestly, a lot of horrors happened, a lot of revelations, Noah. And I'm actually excited to see kind of what's coming next because, I mean, we got 2 different attached women in 2 different places across the planet, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens to them.
Right, totally. And honestly, the children, it's all getting weirder and weirder. And, what goes better with jam than bread?
Oh, that's fair. Oh, yeah, I saw a lot of bread in the audience. They're breading it up. They're breading us up. That's what's going on. As we get the crumbs falling on us, on everything. Yeah, actually, I can see the bread going on. So glad you noticed it.
So how are we doing on the current decision with Eric and Krista?
So that one's going to be tomorrow. But basically, there's been a few rallies actually on Damnation, kind of like people trying to get the acceptor offer to be a family, creeping up and up. But reject her offer completely is kind of gaining for now. Tomorrow, you'll see the outcome of that decision, audience, and you won't want to miss that show. Speaking of shows you don't want to miss, the show is going to start very soon for us. So, Noah, if you could recap what's been going on,
I would love to, because we had a lot of drama. We had people we had Barbara getting sucked in the face by Rachel after she exposed herself as the Heraldina of Hope's Junction. And then we have also Aurora, who exposed herself as the Heraldina of Stilldalen. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but she did expose herself. And then she drugged our beloved Hagrid, our dangerous duo, even though they had the shotgun and the upper hand. But stay tuned, because tomorrow the decision we mentioned will close with Krista and Eric. Are they going to elope? Rachel stays behind anyway if they do. Well, after the show, we are both, Eduardo and I, are going to be back. By the way, I don't know, we're going to talk later about our color scheme today, but stay tuned. We have, everything has a meaning here in Silent Hill Ascension. But for now, enjoy the show, and we'll be right back here afterwards.